Education Minister Siviwe Gwarube is among the government officials visiting Mthatha in the Eastern Cape today. The area was hit by flooding this week, with 57 people confirmed dead, and those include school learners. Schooling was halted as 70 schools were affected by the bad weather in the province. A taxi ferrying learners from Jumba Senior Secondary School was also swept away, leaving 6 learners dead, while the search for 4 more continues. Fundiswa Mhlekude is following the story and joins us live from Jumba Secondary School. Good afternoon, Fundiswa. You are indeed at Jumba Secondary School, the school that lost the most learners. How is the environment, atmosphere today, this morning, after those learners got the news of their friends who've lost their lives?
Thank you very much, Fundo. Indeed, we have just arrived here at Jumba Senior Secondary School, where the Minister of Basic Education, Siviwe Gwarube, has just finished speaking to the learners. And earlier on, she visited the school where most of the parents at Dikolini come from, and she had a one-on-one with one of the learners who survived the horrific incident. But now we are speaking to the spokesperson for the Basic Education Minister, Lukhanyo Vanga, who will be telling us more about today's visit by the Minister. Lukhanyo, thank you very much for your time. Briefly tell us, what exactly is the Minister doing here today, or rather speak to us about what happened at the school where she met the parents.
All right, no, thank you. As you can see behind me, the Minister of Basic Education, Ms. Siviwe Gwarube, is holding a special assembly at Jumba Senior Secondary School, which is the school where the 13 learners that unfortunately got caught up in the floods, and 6 lost their lives confirmed, and 4 are still missing, and search and rescue missions continue for them. Earlier today, the Minister met with the parents, the bereaved families, wherein she gave her support and expressed how heartbroken she is about the incident that has happened. It's a tragic incident that has happened. I don't think the Department of Basic Education has dealt with similar incidents when so much life has been lost in one instance, and the Minister is quite heartbroken about that. The basic education sector is grieving at the current moment. We are entirely heartbroken. Psychosocial support services have been given to the families, and they are being provided here at the school as well. The Minister has also expressed that the Department of Basic Education, together with our corporate partners, will support the families to give a decent funeral to the children that have passed. She has also confirmed that she will assist the parents as well with psychosocial support, but also she will be on the ground to deal with the schools that have been affected. We've seen that 74 schools just in this province alone were affected by the floods, so a rebuilding process needs to now ensue, and the Minister will be on the ground to lead that process.
Okay, and the MEC, Mr. Fundiswa, mentioned that a number of schools have been badly affected, and about 6,000 learners need support. How are you going to make sure that those learners get the support that they need?
So procurement processes have now started to ensure that we bring emergency mobile classrooms to those schools that have been affected. Like I said, 74 schools have been affected by the floods, and the emergency support will be for those that urgently need the mobile classes, especially those that have exams that must, the June exams that must continue. So we'll assist those firstly, and then we will quantify the extent of the damage that we have seen in those schools, and then procurement processes to ensure that we rebuild some of that infrastructure within the limited budget that we have as a department. Hopefully, such a disaster would be considered by COGTA as a national disaster, which would then be able to unlock greater resources and expedite the rebuilding process. But whatever happens, the Minister will be on the ground to ensure that process takes root as quickly as possible. But also, more importantly, with the infrastructure, is to support the learners that have been affected as well, because this traumatic experience can really have an impact on their educational outcomes in the schools and for those learners. So we need to ensure that those learners are of sound mind to be able to continue to pursue their studies successfully, and that's what the Minister will be doing while she's on the ground.
You were there, Lukhanyo, when the Minister visited those parents, and other parents broke down and cried when they met the Minister, as well as some of the victims who survived that horrific incident. What did they say to the Minister exactly?
Well, it was quite heartbreaking scenes at the visit. The families are incredibly heartbroken, the bereaved families. And what was even more emotional or emotive is the fact that one of the learners who survived the accident, who hung on to a tree and was able to be rescued, was present in that room. Quite heartbroken to see that the survivor is there while her friends and her schoolmates have perished and some are still missing. Quite emotional scenes as well. And the parents expressed to the minister their appreciation for her having come, but also expressed the extent of the damage that they've suffered, not only having lost their children, but also having lost their homes and their belongings as well.
Lucanyo, these children here, lastly, before I let you go, these children here also need psychosocial support because those children who passed away are their friends. Some were sitting with them on the same desk. Are you also giving them psychosocial support?
So psychosocial support started yesterday at the school and it's ongoing. As you will see, you will recall that when we left the meeting, we left the parents in the hands of psychologists as well and social workers.
Thank you very much. That is Lucanyo Vanga, the spokesperson for the Minister of Basic Education here in the Eastern Cape. Earlier on, the minister visited the school where she met the parents of the victims, and those parents were very sad, and some of them saying that they were very saddened to see one of the learners who survived that incident. Mfundo.
All right, thank you very much there. That's SABC News reporter Fundiswa Mhlekude at the Jumba Senior Secondary School.